Soviet salads that are not really salads. We have vinegret. What we have here already pre-chopped are cooked potatoes, cooked carrots, cooked beets, which is a main ingredient you cannot skip, some sauerkraut, and a couple of pickles. Now, there are, of course, different versions of this, just like any salad, and that seems to be a theme between all the Russian salads. This apparently came to Russia in the 18th century when the salads that were not leafy started populating the actual culinary experiences of the people. We have lots of fruit vegetables in Europe, that's not a big surprise, and so the idea was to somehow mix them together into a side dish that was not heavy, yet somewhat interesting. A lot of these have the various pickles in them because, of course, that was also easily available, and so that is a common addition to many of the Soviet salads. Now, the recipes differ. This one is rather standard, but you can apparently also add meat and a variety of other things, such as canned peas, to the salad. We're not going to do that. We're going to stick to the basics here. The thing you dress it with is olive oil and vinegar. Be careful about the vinegar because the pickles, of course, and the sauerkraut already are quite vinegary. And you will, of course, notice that the name vinegret sounds a lot like vinegar. And this is probably where it comes from, although there's varying versions of that. The interesting thing is that the word itself is also used as something to describe basically chaos. This seems like a very odd bunch of vegetables thrown together, so the word can also be used to describe kind of a cacophony or a bit of everything but the kitchen sink. So here we have everything that's going to go in the salad, minus the dressing. I should point out that the vegetables are in approximately the same proportions, and then you add everything else to taste. And this is another problem with both no standard recipes and to taste, is that you are going to find that you're just going to have to dress it and figure out what you like. The cubes, for those that are interested, are not that big. They're about 1/4 inch each, and yes, your hands will get quite red when you're cutting up a lot of these. Beets. Now we've dressed it with olive oil and some vinegar, salt, pepper, and sugar. Needs a little bit of sugar to kind of take the edge off, and then the rest is really up to taste. It will look like this at the beginning. This is a salad that is better once it has kind of married the flavors a little bit, and it will actually get uniform and more beet-like in color. I know that some people cook beets separately from the rest of the vegetables because apparently it keeps the beets keep the color better. I've never had beets lose color, so I cook all of my vegetables all in the same pot. I take out the potatoes and carrots a little bit earlier because they take less time to cook, but otherwise this is pretty straightforward to make. We're gonna see how our Canadian friends like it.
Colin, how do you like this salad?
It's good.
It's beets,
Okay.
potatoes,
Yeah.
carrots.
Yeah.
So, do you like it?
That's the key.
It's. Let me try again. It's refreshing.
Palate.
Yeah.
I really like
Very
it.
good.
But I find the starchiness of the potato is surprising when I hit it.
Okay.
Even though I was like, oh yeah, there's potato, I can tell because it's starchy. And then I have like a couple bites that don't involve potato, and then I come back to it and I'm like, oh, there's starch again.
So maybe should there be less potato?
Yeah, less potato.
Okay.
Not critically, just kind of like
No, that makes
stands
sense.
out from the other.
More
but
veg,
this is-
less potato.
Okay, but this is what that's another problem is all these salads have like no actual amount.
Maybe it's just me.
attached
Maybe
to
I'm
it.
abnormal.
Yeah. No, I'm like. I think the potato proportions is
Because everything
close.
else
I don't
is
think
so
it's way off.
smooth. Like you would almost not chew it and it would just go down.
Yeah,
but
that's
then
fair.
you hit the potato and you're like, oh, what is this?
Now I have to chew. My God.
Yeah, but it would.
It's so
Textures are
hard
important, I disagree.
to chew.
It's very hard to chew. Anyway, normally
I
it's
think you want
it's
Cheshire,
served
otherwise
with
it'll be
herring.
baby food.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, or as I was telling you, apparently according to my Wikipedia research,
Oh.
when it was first invented, basically like hunting kinds of meat. So something that take down
Gamey
the
Oh yeah.
gaminess
something
of
yeah.
it. Yeah. Okay, so right now we are tasting poutine chips.
Poutine chip.
So what do you think about?
They're ruffled.
They're lacking the poutiness of the poutine.
It's almost like they're trying to do chalet sauce style.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
yeah,
agreed.
They taste like chalet sauce.
They don't taste cheesy. They don't taste like gravy.
No, they're definitely not.
Chalet
No.
sauce.
They should call it chalet sauce.
There you go.
This is like